What's up guys? So this Nintendo Direct was 40 minutes of non-stop announcements that were not only a huge one for fans of JRPGs, but there were also some huge announcements for all types of Nintendo fans everywhere, because there were literally announcements for every corner of Nintendo, and I mean every corner. So in this video, I'm going to talk about every new game and major reveal that was announced for the Switch in the Nintendo Direct for September 13th, 2022. So the very first game that was shown in this Direct was the brand new Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Engage. And honestly, it looks fantastic. The graphics look amazing, and it stays true to the classic Fire Emblem gameplay, despite looking like it is an open world in some portions. And honestly, given that these graphics look the way that they do, it doesn't even really need to be the classic Fire Emblem gameplay, but it is. And regardless, it looks like this game is going to possibly be taking place in the same timeline as the very first Warriors game, because it looks like a very big part of the gameplay in Engage is going to be the characters that we play are using a ring that can link the character with several familiar faces like Marth, Sigurd, and Silica, to name a few. But we also see a bunch of other characters from the various other games in the start of the trailer, as well as talking about how those characters have helped save their worlds, which is why I think it's probably in the Warriors timeline. But whether I'm right about that or not, it comes out on January 20th, 2023, and we will definitely see if I'm right then. But moving on, we have another very exciting JRPG announcement with the reveal of the third wave of DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And in this reveal, it shows off a brand new character named Ino, on top of a bunch of new features and even new outfits that are going to be added into the game as well. Now, the next big announcement is for Splatoon 3 fans, with the very first Splatfest being announced, and this particular Splatfest will be running from September 23 to the 25th. And after the Splatfest is over, it looks like there could be either new weapons, food, or a game mode / activity that you can do in the game, and one of these three options will be added depending on which team wins. So no matter which team you end up choosing, I personally wish you the best. Now, after the Splatfest announcement, we get a look at Octopath Traveler 2, which just looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, what can I say? It's an Octopath Traveler game, and I'm really happy that we are getting a sequel to this game because I loved the first so much. Now, of course, this game will be following a brand new cast, and it will be set in a brand new time period as well, and I just can't wait to get my hands on it. I mean, all of the new characters look absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see what this game has in store for all of us. Now, amongst a handful of games I decided to skip over, being as they aren't particularly new games, I think one game that I don't want to skip over particularly is this game where you get to roleplay as Square Enix's personal orchestra. Now, this obviously isn't the exact name of this game, but I think it's pretty interesting outside of it being more or less a kind of cash grabby game, because if you love songs from Octopath Traveler, Final Fantasy, Live Alive, and presumably even more Square Enix games, on top of some of those songs already being thrown into that game, you also can get 502 additional songs with the DLC alone, and that's a lot of music, which is kind of pretty impressive, even though I'm not exactly a fan of the DLC part. But anyways, after that, we get another look at Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and we even get the release date for the game. It shows off a few additional features like Sparks that have their own special abilities aside from characters, which I think is a pretty neat feature, but we also get a look at a gold edition of the game that you can pre-order that has weapon skins and a season pass for DLC that will inevitably come after this game is released on October 20th. Now, for Rune Factory fans, Rune Factory 3 is also being thrown on the Switch, and after that being announced, they even revealed that there is a brand new Rune Factory game that will be coming soon, though they gave absolutely zero details on it beyond just announcing that there is a new game. But speaking of older games being thrown onto the Switch, we got a bunch of brand new Nintendo 64 games that are going to be coming to the Switch. The most questionable of this batch though is Pilot Wings 64. We also get Excite Bike and 1080 Snowboarding, but more importantly than those three, the first through third Mario Party games on top of both of the Pokemon Stadium games are coming to the Switch as well, which is really exciting, though only Mario Party 1 and 2 and Pilot Wings are going to be coming in 2022, with all of the rest coming sometime in 2023. We don't have any specifics with that, obviously, which is kind of unfortunate. But despite that tiny little bit of disappointment, we did also get shown that the James Bond game GoldenEye is also coming to the Switch, which honestly is the most surprising announcement so far for me, because never in a million years did I think this game was actually going to come to the Switch. We're keeping it moving with the free updates because Pauline and Diddy Kong are coming to Mario Strikers Battle League, as well as new gear and a brand new stadium. And speaking of Mario, Wave 3 for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been announced to be coming very soon. And the only tracks that we were shown so far are Merry Mountain from Mario Kart Tour and Peach Gardens from the DS. So hopefully we will get to see the rest of the tracks before Wave 3 comes during the holiday season. And speaking of holiday updates, golf is finally coming to Nintendo Switch Sports after another slight delay. Personally, I'm not really sure why they need so much time to develop golf for this game, but hey, I'm not a developer, so what the hell do I know? Now, after a quick hello from the madman Miyamoto himself, he announces that the Super Mario Bros. Movie is coming in spring 2023, and also reveals that Super Nintendo World is coming to Universal Studios in Hollywood, California, which is pretty exciting if you live in America, of course, and if not, then, you know, it's just another thing in another place, I guess. And after those two announcements, we get a very long promo for Pikmin Bloom, which honestly kind of killed the whole thing for me. Miyamoto also announced Pikmin 4 for all Pikmin fans who have all lost hope of this game ever getting announced. Outside of this gorgeous little snippet, we're going to have to wait just a little while longer before we get anything else for this game. And Miyamoto also confirmed that Pikmin 4 is coming next year. After saying goodbye to him, we get a quick breakdown of Bayonetta's travels, and also a reminder that Bayonetta 3 pre-orders are available starting today. We also are told that a brand new gameplay trailer for Bayonetta 3 is going to be released separately from the Direct, which is kind of weird in my opinion, but outside of that, there's literally no trailers or anything, unfortunately. And speaking of unfortunate events, Kingdom Hearts fans, you're no longer alone on the cloud, because several Resident Evil games are being released on the cloud as well, like Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 7, and the two brand new remakes for Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 2. Honestly though, if this is anything like the Kingdom Hearts cloud games, I heavily urge any Resident Evil fan to just buy the game on a different platform like myself, because honestly, it doesn't really look like it's going to be worth it. And thankfully, the remaster of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core doesn't have to suffer the same fate as Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil, which of course is also coming to the Switch. Now, as we get closer to the end of the Direct, we get the announcement of Kirby Return to Dreamland having a deluxe edition coming to the Switch with some new features like a mech copy ability, and you can even play with up to 4 people in both the main game and some sub games, which are basically like mini games. And all of this is available on February 24th, 2023. And now, after getting a brand new Kirby game, despite all of the Kirby stuff that we've gotten this year, I'm not complaining, I promise, we get the final and also the most exciting announcement of this whole Direct. We get the absolutely gorgeous trailer for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's right, Zelda fans, you're not left out of this Direct whatsoever, and not only do we get another look at this game, but we also get the name after such a long wait, and we get a release date, which is May 12th, 2023. And honestly, this announcement alone made this whole Direct worth it, to be honest. But overall, this Direct was really great. I honestly was fully expecting about 20 minutes of trailers and 20 minutes of gameplay for a game that no one really cares about at all, but this Direct definitely knocked it out of the park. From the new Fire Emblem game, to Pikmin 4 being announced, to the new Octopath Traveler, and to top it all off with Tears of the Kingdom was just beautiful. Just beautiful. But with all of that being said, let me know what you thought of the Direct in the comments down below, and also let me know which announcement was your favorite. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.